Do you know what guys, do you know? Hi, Samara. Hi, Oklahoma. You know what I did? I didn't hit the go live button. So I'm like sitting there watching, looking and talking and saying hello and saying, can you hear me? And what's not working on here? And, and then I look up, I'm like, I didn't hit the go live button. Duh. Oh, I do some dumb things sometimes. Hi, Oklahoma. Hi, Samara. Well, it's the week. The weekend is here. Weekend's here. Yay. I'm so happy about that. Um, I don't know what to talk about today, to be honest with you. How much fun we're going to have this weekend. My husband's going to take me out for dinner tonight because it was our anniversary this week. And because he works all week, we didn't do anything or go anywhere. I know, isn't it nice? She's such a sweet girl. She's such a sweet girl, sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Where do we start? Where do we start? I'm so tired of this place sometimes. Do you ever just want to just run away? Run away from YouTube. Oh, me. I do. I do. I just want to run away. If someone does one thing, if you dare copy them, you doesn't matter if you had that idea before. If you didn't say it or you didn't do it, it's theirs, and that they have the patent on it. So it is what it is. Oh. I'm not quite with it, Oklahoma. I'm like kind of like out of it. I wish I was with it. I slept in too. I slept in till 9 o'clock this morning. Someone was like, should I go live? Should I go live? Should I go live? Shouldn't I go live? I don't know. I don't want to get any backlash for going live or saying the wrong thing, God forbid. Because it seems like on here, if you say the least little bit that's wrong, you are chastised for it. You are not allowed to have an opinion. You are not allowed to but it is what it is. We're gonna do our own little thing and stay in our own little corner and be done with it. At least they can't call me an e-beggar. I'm not an e-beggar. Although I have my PayPal and my Cash App up there, I'm not begging for money. So, Yes, it does, Samara. Forgiveness does go along. Well, you have to talk. You have to talk to me, like with you, me, and Jenna, because we did have our issues. You have to be able to, both parties have to be willing to talk about it, to address it, and then it can be. That's how we resolved our issues. That's how we forgave each other. Um, and then we went on, but we didn't, we didn't make a spectacle of it. And that's just us. That's the way we handled it. And I'm glad we did, because I got two of my closest friends back. Um, because I didn't make a spectacle of, um, you know, putting them on to, putting them up on my panel and, you know, whatever. And I'm so glad I did it the way I did it, like behind the scenes, because we got to talk out everything. We got to, we got to talk about everything and get it all out. And for that, I'm thankful. But not everybody does it that way. Some people need to do it um, publicly, let's say. And then yeah, it is what it is, I guess. But we will. Um, I'm just reading something. Sorry, guys. I say, you ever see something like, on YouTube and you don't know what it means? Like, you know, like, like for the longest time, I didn't know what RL meant, real life. I Google everything I don't know on here anymore, because I just don't know what everything. Oh, jeez, look what I did. Dang it. So now I Google everything and I figure out what um, things mean. If I come up, I'm not going to mince words. Well, you can come up and say what you want. Everybody else does. Here, I'll just mute and let you say whatever you want to say. I'm I'm not going to I am not going to what do you call it? Oh my gosh, I can't even think this morning. I'm not going to um no, I'm not going to censor you. Everybody has a right to their own opinion on here. Oh, although 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 everybody doesn't have the right to their opinion. Hi, Remy. I'm just tired of this community. Like, it's like I'm thinking of going back to the crocheting community and be done with everybody here. And I'll do my live streams from over there. I'll do my little tutorials, my crochet tutorials. Hey, Ash, how you doing? Samara, did I put the yeah, I put the link in there, so come up if you want to come up. Oh, you said you'll be up in a minute. Okay. I don't know when enough is enough. They have weapons? Who does? I'm just Ash, I'm just like, so just put me in the trunk of your car. Hey, Barnyard. I'm just I'm just so like, oh yeah, they have they have recipe. Ash, can you put me in the trunk of your car, please? I want to go in the trunk of your car and just stay there for about a month. That's true. They have crochet hooks and knitting needles. They're wild. That they're supposed to be like worse than the drama community. I don't know though. All I ever went to was videos with tutorials on them, so I can't really, yeah, I can't really say. Yes, weekends here, Barnyard. I'm just disappointed. Hey, Jim, how you doing? Yeah, I'm just disappointed. I'm just telling you, I watched a few things and I'm disappointed. It's terribly disappointed. Terribly. Uh, what else? What else? What else? My trunk is going to be crammed, but we can manage. Lots of people not liking this place, me included. Yeah, Ash, I'm just finding, and like I said earlier, Jenna, Samara, and I had some problems on here. We lashed it out behind the scenes. We didn't feel the need to make a spectacle of each other. Hey, Jamie. Um, we did not feel the need to make a spectacle of it, and I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know anymore. You're damned if you do and damned if you don't. You can't. I'd like to know where all these perfect people came from. Well, they seem to have come out of the woodwork. Go for it, lady.
Well, good morning, first of all.
Good morning.
Um, Hi, Diana.
Hi, Diana.
Well, um, what I would like to say, and I don't, I'm not,
It's hard to put into words. It really is. Because I tried.
last night that specific live started out saying that they wanted it to be a teachable moment. And what I believe that it ended up being was anything but a forgiving live. And
What did it teach you? That we should never forgive each other. Ever, ever,
yes,
ever, ever.
yes, if you say
That's
the
what
N
it
word,
taught
it's
me.
unforgivable.
Yes.
That's that's what I got. That's the gist of what I heard. Um, and it hurt my heart to know that we would be so hard-hearted towards people who have made mistakes. It's just frustrating. Good morning, Ginger Logs. I know people are afraid to type in chat. Like I never thought I would. What the bottom line is? Does it look like Kimmy can show her face around here now?
Was she even allowed to go up on panel and talk?
No, that would have been, to me, the right thing to do. If you really wanted to fix things and teach somebody about something, a link and having them come up on panel would have been the way to go.
Did you read Ash's comment? Unless, of course, you are this certain group. Then it's just humor, or people stick their head in the sand and say, well, I don't see it.
Whoops, sorry. Hold
Yeah,
on.
that's true. Hey, Audrey, it could have been a teachable moment. It could have been a teachable moment. It really could have. I don't think it was. I think it
No,
could have been. I think it
I
could have
think
been.
I think
But can
here
you
you go.
blame her for not wanting to come around here? Like,
I want to know what more somebody has to do in order to. No, I don't think she was asked either, Audrey. And then I heard that apparently Diane and Hello Starlight reached behind the scenes to Burnt Toast, I guess um, to stop it before it started or rethink things. I don't know exactly what the email is or what it was or how they reached behind the scenes. But I do know that was ripped apart too. And that the right thing to do would have been
Abrams was also very uncool. Yeah, I've had that done to me. I don't think it's like fun to do. I
okay, so we have a group that's extremely angry. They don't want to forgive. If they move on,
understand them being angry. That's the thing is I understand them being angry about that. But what do they want done? Did they even say what they want done or just that we're never going to forgive it? That's it. That's all. We're never, where's the teachable moment in that? I just don't understand where the teachable moment is in that. Did they
so
even
Starlight didn't try to stop it. She was just trying to let her feelings known, and they twisted what she said. I just want to let you know, like I never thought I'd see the day that I'm actually like, you know, being a voice for Starlight in regards to something like that. But I thought highly of her for trying to reach reach out and talk to that creator and stuff instead of going on a panel and talking about it and or riling things up and just going about it the wrong way, and how they chose to handle it was eye opening. And if people want to put their faith in a group like that, the way they handle things, I don't think there was a teachable moment in what happened. Then go ahead, but don't you know give us a hard time because we've forgiven
Hey, Vinny,
TVP.
we've chosen, like, yeah, I guess we're not allowed to forgive. Um, uh, hello, chat, except for those I can't stand.
What I don't like is the assumption you know what a person is feeling or really saying, right? Um, and then the gloss over part too. That was a little bit. People of color have a right to speak on this. Why does it need to be said it's starting a race war? Why is it never convenient for a black person to speak up on racial issues? I don't think that's what Hello Starlight meant. I think it was using Kimmy as the example to speak on race.
I think it could have, Ash, she said it again with the N word. Those other two words are as offensive as well.
Okay, but do you not go into a chat where there's other people who do use that language and you look past it because you like them, or you just look past it because as long
So
as they're not bothering you?
burnt toast is biased, shown she's been in Wendy V's a long time now, and I've seen the things she said in Wendy V's Discord. That Discord is full of hate for Hello Starlight, her
Mm-hmm.
Starlight. and us. I know this. I've seen her comments. Oh, wow.
No, but whenever John calls out racism as a black man, he's accused of a race baiting. I don't think that's
I don't think he's a
what's
racist,
going. I don't think that's what's going on in this
but I think
situation.
that having a teachable moment last night didn't work out.
No,
Starlight didn't mean to start an actual race war. She meant she was going to get into a back and forth on whether or not she is racist because she knows she isn't. Shame on Toast for reading the DM.
I
Exactly.
think that is okay. Like that's also frowned upon. It's kind of like an unwritten rule that you don't read out private DMs. You don't throw out stuff that's in somebody's Discord and everything. But that all that stuff was overlooked.
Vinny G says Wendy V is a South Australian troll in fear of being messed with in real life. Fact. I have no idea.
Hmm.
No
Ash,
problem.
you're lying. Burnt toast is
Last
hardly
number.
there and never said
Kind
anything
of better.
biased. I don't think Ash was saying burnt toast was.
It's not.
That her comment to me sounded like it's just a hateful discord in regards to Hello Starlight. That's how I took it, anywho.
What did Veruca say? I didn't see.
Oh wait, Ash had screenshots. Touche.
I just try to understand. Here's my thing. I try to understand why things are done, for what reason, why things are said. Not saying you were saying that, Carla. And last night was a very teachable moment, actually. I appreciated the views of the two black men on panel last night.
Okay, and I would like to address that. I don't believe it was a teachable moment
I,
because I
I think
believe one of the gentlemen on that panel said they would never forgive someone for using that word
Jenny G says burnt toast is nothing but another person who rides people's chariots
for fame.
for fame. Um, and that's
Amen,
not,
Lynn.
I'm just trying to understand. When I heard that first, because being in this community, and I'm not saying I don't have a dog in this fight. I was trying to understand what pushed Kimmy P to do that. And we're not supposed to do that. People were triggered by it. I understand it's not okay to say those words. We never excused it. We just said we tried to understand what pushed her to that point.
What do you mean, Remy? Why about the never forgive someone who said it?
Why about the never
That's
forget?
their choice. So what? That's the okay. I would never say so what. That's their choice. What if you said something? What if you said that word and then that is they choose to never forgive you again? That's okay with you? You wouldn't want to be forgiven?
I think a lot of people have said some equally as offensive words, and I'm not saying the N
Oh,
word,
there was a live last night right afterward where the FAGGOT word was used.
and that's a not, that offends me. So we're not supposed to be offended if we're not gay. I'm offended by that. Doesn't mean I would never try to understand why they said
I
it.
don't care. I'm not trying to decide for a black man if he can forgive or not. I'm saying, how is it a teachable moment if you're saying, if that word comes out of your mouth, I'm never forgiving you? How about a teachable moment in forgiveness for somebody who said something like that?
I don't think she's been allowed to. I mean, and a lot of people have said that. Well, no matter how mad I'd get, I would never use that word. And I agree. I mean, I would never use that word. But here's the thing: shall we try to understand why she said it? Shall we have a conversation with her? I mean, I know she doesn't want to right now because she's gotten so much hate about it. What did Frenchie say? Well, I don't picture myself as a we, a they, a side. I don't know Kimmy P. Just see her in chat or on Mandolin's panel. But in my opinion, I don't think she should be put in drama community jail for her mistake based on my views. Just saying. Exactly. Like, I think, and it's not an excuse. Nobody has excused the word. Nobody. Not her dear friends. Nobody has
Right,
excused the word. They
Mandolin.
called her out on it. I meant what she said. I meant that when like Savage and Shannon transbashed the shit out of Mallory this summer, they said sorry and people told them how it made them feel. Everyone moved on. Not this. How is that? Well, it's basically said that it will never be forgiven. So to me, that's not a teachable moment. And I don't think RDA has any place to call any of this out,
They did.
but they do.
They did. In
So
Serendipity's chat, yes, they did. They had a lot to say about it. Her apology was picked apart while others have never even apologized or waited months to apologize. I'm sorry if for me, for myself, for maybe Carla misbehaving and all that, that Kimmy P's apology like was good enough for me. I'm not a black person, but I know Kimmy P didn't say it to a black person. She said it to somebody who uses the same language, and it was still wrong. I forgive her. She was wrong. I forgive her.
exactly. I think forgiveness can go a long way and discussion can go a long way. And let her have a voice and say why this happened. What led up to it? Like I think there's going to come a time when she's going to have to like she said, people are going to hate on her. It's going to happen. Barbara Jean, with all due respect, you don't know how she was pushed because she doesn't talk about what what's been done. Right.
There's a Barbara Jean in here.
I thought the way Starlight was portrayed last night was shit. Like Ash, I had to leave. I
It's gross.
watched the whole thing. But I think,
Did you read the chat? It was gross.
well, someone who's up there, who's up in a chat that supposedly is a minister, saying that nothing, things can't be forgiven. Oh, yeah.
Sarah's the biggest hypocrite, so disappointed in her.
Who?
I don't know which Sarah you mean, but there's so many people that took a stand on this, and
They ran with. You know what
oh
really
my
bothered
gosh,
me? As soon as Kimmy made the mistake, and we don't know what happened behind the scenes because we're not privy to all that
it's
stuff.
I know, but that doesn't matter. It's just
They were
she said
so
it.
happy about her doing that, her saying that. They were so happy that's like they jumped on it. And that I find gross.
Oh, serendipity. Yeah, I agree.
Ugh,
I hear you, Audrey.
please
Loud
don't
and
get me
clear. I
started
hear
on
you. What do they want? They want an apology without saying, I'm sorry I was pushed. No, you say sorry, make no excuses. Take the L and show with future actions that
I
you
thought
are
she
who you are.
did. She
I
did.
thought so too, but if you're saying she didn't, I mean, that's what I thought she did.
Vinny says, Mallory wished me death, so I wish for Mallory to live the longest, most miserable life in her predicament.
Diamond Cutter, at the time, Mallory and I weren't even friends, and my stomach hurt for her. I was shocked. They said sorry, and that was the end of it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I call them the
Because
big freaks.
even when somebody else used the F word on a panel, I cringed. I heard that everybody was mad at her for saying it. I never joined in any of that crap. There was enough people doing it already. There was no need for me to say anything.
The R
There was
word,
outrage.
the F word, the N word. But it's been said by other people. I've seen clips of other people saying that.
Hey, German lady.
German lady.
Yeah,
And
but it.
well,
I
look,
guess it's not even all the way around.
she's still calling German lady German dude. Like,
I know, but what you get back is everything German lady has done to them. That's how they handle it. That's how it's handled. But she did this. But she did that. Where does it start? Somewhere where somebody just finally stops.
I don't know. And I think that sorry was enough. I'm not bashing them at all. I'm just saying their apology was enough. So what? So it wasn't,
Okay.
we have no right to forgive Kimmy because we're white. But those words were offensive to us too. We didn't like those words either. We don't think they were right.
I wouldn't. Yeah, right.
What do they want? What I want to know is what they want. They don't have to forgive her. She already said that in her apology video. She said, "You don't have to. I am done with everyone who hangs and chats while I continuously being called that, and don't say anything against it."
Right. And I think it's a form of disrespect. And again, it still blows my mind that
Why
there's a
has that?
lot of hate coming down on this one particular group of women.
Why has that never been called out? What they've said to her, like, I don't understand. Like, only certain things get called out in here.
What we need is somebody who is utterly respected, can gather a crowd, and then they can speak on it. And then what they say goes. No arguments or anything like that.
What do you mean? Like, I don't know. I didn't understand what you meant.
Well, someone like Burnt Toast, who fired up the live, said what she had to say. Everybody agreed. Not everybody, but the majority in that chat did agree with what was coming out, what was being said, how it was said, the
Right.
way it was handled.
Right.
That's the only way, I guess, things get done around here is if somebody who the community respects or the people outside of this community, some people in this community or whatever. But you can't expect somebody who hasn't been here for 4 years to know the exact things that have been going on and by whom. All that this is just impossible. It would take you a very long time to research it. And if you did, I don't think Kimmy P would have been the only person who was being called out.
I'm not RDA. I don't like RDA. Don't categorize me with them. I hate the way they treat people.
I'm not
Were they
categorizing
called
them.
out though last night? Were RDA called
No,
out? No,
no.
because they're in the same Discord. That's what I see.
Well, I don't want to talk about their
Outsider
Discord.
looking in. That's what I see.
Yeah,
They're in the same Discord.
I wouldn't talk about the Discord. Just let that go.
Host site in Discord with RDA. You have to be blind to not see what they do. And they have said it directly about John, even, but she keeps her head in the sand.
I don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't. I think it's just an excuse to attack people they don't like. Race is just the justification used to show outrage. That's what I saw last night.
If you haven't seen the video, I would strongly recommend watching it when you're ready. It's on her page. Which one?
No, it's for Soldier to see Kimmy P's apology.
Yeah, I don't know. She sounds deflated. I'm sure she's sorry. I do. I felt that she was sorry that she had messed up.
So did I.
You know,
Ginger Locke's
I
taking a
really think
slither on
she
her.
was sincere when she gave out that apology. Seriously, what did they actually say what they wanted last night? Did they actually say, "Well, we want this, we want that"? That's just the truth. I don't care how I have to be careful how I say what I say on here. How often she's
Right?
in there. What do they want? What did they say they wanted? They'll never forgive her. Okay. So if you make a mistake, what I'm learning from that, the teachable moment I'm getting from that, if you make a mistake, you're never forgiven.
I will, Mandarin, they did play it on Burnt Toast's panel, and I believe they picked it apart.
Bird Toast is just another creator who has no content other than using other people's stuff to make content which they think
Is
is
content.
content.
She apologized not once but twice, and people picked the F out of it. Now everyone knows how to give the perfect apology. Not everyone knows, but she did it immediately and not just once.
And even her friends, and we're not friends with Kimmy P. We don't even have a dog in this fight, but even her friends called her out publicly, and that wasn't good enough. And it was
Right.
like over and over and over. Like, what is good enough? What?
I know. Like, you can't say that we don't have a dog in this fight, only because we actually, oh, I wouldn't let use that term anyway, but we
No,
actually do.
sorry.
Because it affects all of us when
This
Kimmy
is
said
a
it.
community.
Hmm. So we do have a right to say something, and we do. Um, just we have a right to forgive her too, or not forgive her. Kimmy was sincere, and I believe.
I think she was. I
Yeah, they did. They played it last night, Madeline.
did they pick it apart? Like, I didn't watch it. I'm going to sleep. Have a great day, Carla. Thanks for coming in, Vinny. I appreciate that.
Thank you
Thanks
for
for your
coming in.
perspective. Like, the thing is, I don't think other people's perspectives were allowed up there. Like, which she usually does is, give other people a chance, even people that disagree with her. But I didn't. What I saw of that was just the people that she had up there who
Yes, they said if she had apologized without making any excuses of being pushed to that point, it would have seemed sincere. Just admit you effed up, say sorry, make zero excuses, and push forward. Okay, I want to ask you this, Olga. Do you think that if Kimmy does do that, that people will move on? I'm not saying she has to. I'm not saying, oh, she's going to hurry up and do it so people will move on. I mean, do you really think people can move on?
Right, Ash. Like it or not, people get pushed, they get angry, and they say things they don't mean. Humans are emotional beings. Exactly. If you feel confident and in peace with your statements, Carla, turn the page. It's another day.
Thanks, Frenchie.
Yeah, I do feel comfortable. I feel comfortable that, and you know, I've known her. I've known her in this community for almost 4 years, 3.5 years, and I know in for no beyond a shadow of a doubt that that was not her character to do that.
Hi, figure skating coach. I
I
was
was
shocked and
shocked
disappointed with
at
what
what
she
she said.
said. Go
She
ahead.
was she was called out and she apologized. I think that is enough now. Whoever wants to forgive her will, and the ones that won't forgive her, then fine. That's yeah. But the problem I had with last night's live was that it really was, to me, wasn't a teachable moment. Like, it didn't teach me anything.
Yeah, you're right, Soldier. Maybe it's not up to me. You have to remember many saw screenshots of who threw up watermelons at John in chats, patterns of behavior versus being sorry and never doing it again. I understand. She didn't say she was pushed in the video apology. She actually said she won't make any excuses. She's sorry. She understands if anyone needs boundaries and can't speak to her.
Apparently, many have no problem with swatting teams and lies about CPS calls that deserve more streams. You got trashed for calling the swatting threat out, Carla. Shaking my head.
She uses that word that those people use and have used towards her and others. Exactly. Because they use them so freely, she threw them back at them. It was a bad choice. It happens. And I guess maybe that's our problem is that when we do get up here and speak and say, Kimmy's Kimmy regrets doing that, but I know why she did it. We should just stop there.
She did it the worst way possible, but I understand why she did it. She threw their own words back at her, or back at them, or him, or whoever it was. And I don't know if she had been threatened or what, because we don't know. But that's what I saw. She was throwing, and I'm like, I was hitting my head too, thinking, oh, that was the worst possible thing you could have done. But I'm not her. I'm not going through, I haven't gone through what she's gone through. So, it is.
I don't know. And also, for it being a teachable moment,
How about
I'd
teach
have to say,
not to be in a Discord with a bunch of people that do the exact same thing? No?
well, a teachable moment, I don't think that was why, like, Wendy V put the video up in the first place. She said it, and then there was outrage, and she apologized, and then there was more,
Oh, I
just to
so
make sure.
agree with you, Frenchie. That would have been a teachable moment. Burnt Toast, in my opinion, did what she knows best, judge and criticize someone. Why not try to invite the accused and see how open minded
Open
they
minded.
are about this topic or
Mm-hmm.
inadequate speech? Uh,
Exactly. That's what I would have done. She would have been invited on my panel.
yeah.
And then if Kimmy's sitting up there and she's actually saying all the wrong words, I could see the outrage.
I can understand how that would be intimidating to someone, like, you know, to try and like explain. I mean, she knows she effed up. She does. She knows she effed up in the worst possible way. But
It was
for
pizza,
me,
pizza
I
bowl.
understand because all I heard coming from her was frustration and anger.
It was not a teachable moment. It was a bash, and BT wasn't going to do anything. Then she said she did it because Hella Starlight sent her stuff, and Diane, that was bashing. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. That's what it was.
Why wouldn't see? Well, that's where you have to be careful who you send your DMs to because, yeah,
Yeah, they'll just read them out publicly.
yeah,
We got a small list of people not to send DMs to.
yeah. Or
Yeah.
5 star. Don't send them to. Oh, someone else is on them. It's like, I don't know. I mean, Hello Starlight's getting enough flack in this community. If you don't want to forgive Kemi P, I understand. That's your choice. Um, hey, Starlight,
Hey,
watch
Starlight.
Crispy Bread that I heard about her twisting my DM to her. My DM is on
I
my community post. Could you read it? Sure.
Yeah. Could you grab
Um,
it?
I will
Sorry
read it.
I'm late. I had to attend a baby shower for the last tribe of the Mongolian pandas. Oh, very jealous. Those
Oh,
guys love to party. Oh, are those cookies chocolate? Wait a minute. Chip,
okay, I'm
can I
gonna
grab
read.
a cup of tea? I'm jealous of where you just came from. Hey, Life Rewinded.
I'm gonna read her. Um,
Okay, I'm ready.
I won't defend this racist narrative. I have never said the N word, nor would I. Nor do I think there is any excuse for saying it. The sad part is Kimmy said it. You can hear, oh God, it's so small as I'm on my phone. The sad part um, is Kimmy said it. You can hear my gasp. Yeah, I did hear your gasp actually.
Mhm.
Um, when she does, I was shocked because I love Kimmy, and that was so out of character. Anyhow, I see the people who hate me still hate me, and manage to drag me into this mess. But I do not, I do not play the "you're a racist" game. I know who I am. I know how I speak, and I know my morals and beliefs. I saw the people in John's chat trying to bait you to come to me, so I just wanted you to know I won't be participating in race wars. I know people for who they are. Hell, you can't be a piece of toast. I can't see this. Is there more? I don't know. I'm having. You can't be a piece of toast. Where am I finding? Piece of toast on the internet for all I care. Doesn't
Mhm.
matter to me because I like the person you are, even as a piece of toast. Have a good night, girl. Well, what was wrong with that?
Hey, Sweet Pea. The fact
What,
that she was in a chat and on panels bothers me.
what was wrong with
Um,
that? Like, I don't
you
understand what.
can be a piece of toast.
Oh, you can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm on my. I was reading off my phone. It's just you can be a piece of toast. Can I post a link to a short clip I have unlisted of someone who is very vocal using the N word? Oh,
Well,
that's.
it's a clip. It's not. You're not playing it. It's just so. Is it so that other people can go to
Is
it?
it someone from this community? Like, oh, I don't want to be accused of.
And I want to address Sweet Pea. I do understand that. Uh, uh, I don't like those group of guys that whose panel you guys were on. I don't. I just think that it's just going to be trouble. Okay, yeah, you can. You can give her a wrench and she can post it because it's for everybody else to go click on it
Okay.
um, at their leisure. And that worries me. I don't want to see you guys, go down the same road as what happened with RDA and all that other stuff. And I know that David has a problem with Rex and stuff. Um, I just worry because
Oh,
I
you can
think if
share it in here, German lady. I'm sorry. I just.
yeah, you can share it in here. You have to give
Yeah,
her.
you absolutely can share it in here. I'll even pin it to the top of the.
I mean, I won't participate in a war about race, and that's exactly what I see happening is some sort of war. I I get what you're saying, and again,
Again,
oh,
but here's the thing: the people haven't been around her for 3.5, 4 years. They don't know what kind of person she is, but they're judging her character based on. I mean, there's no excuse for what she said. I agree it was horrible, but I don't believe she's that kind of person. I just don't. I'm sorry if people like want to unsub me or whatever. Who said you threw watermelons? Brian did that. Come on. We all know that. He's admitted it.
oh, I know, but No need to pin it, thanks, Carla. Calling out a racist statement is not a war, nor is it race baiting. It was BSJ who did that, soldier. I don't think anyone's talking about race baiting at all. And that calling out a racist statement, how many times was it called out this week? Every
How
single
many?
day this week
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
called out.
We,
I think we had it. We didn't, need an outsider's point of view on the thing and make this situation. You have to drop the StreamYard link for misbehaving. Make it worse than what it already was, because that's what I think happened when we woke up today. That's exactly how we all felt. It was worse. Everybody was
I think
angry.
that it made it worse last night. I really do. I just did. And is she ever going to be able, like, to feel comfortable going into a chat again, ever? Because of her. And don't get me wrong, I don't think those words are right. I think they're horrible. But do I think she should have to pay for the rest of her time on YouTube when people have said really bad things on here?
It wasn't just Brian who threw them out. Some people did it to be a smart aleck and because they thought it was funny. Um, I don't know who else threw them, but I think you were. I would know. I'm pretty sure Hello Starlight didn't throw them, but I do get what you're saying, and I'll just stop there because I'm not making excuses or anything.
Sarah Dips had some screenshots of the chat, supposedly. I know a lot of us had gotten onto him about the watermelon stuff. I look at Kimmy like Lorelai because she goes on panels where Lorelai's 100. I don't know what that means. No, you never did. I never saw that. People are trying to drag you. You know what? People right now dislike you so much that no matter what you guys do, you're not going to win for losing. There's just no way. We all know it's going to go away for a while and then be brought back up in 6 months. True.
I know.
I got threatened to bring stuff up from God knows when by the truth yesterday.
Yeah, I want to address that too. Carla didn't have anything to do with what took place yesterday. Why her name was thrown into the mix, I have no idea.
Because
Um,
she does. Every time she
it
gets
was
mad at someone, she brings me into the mix. You want to know about real life, the truth? You want to know about real life? I had 2 pizzas um, sent to my house. So, yeah, by someone you
the
defend. So that's real life. And he admitted to the cops that he did it. So that's real life.
and that was used to intimidate Carla, and we all know it.
So that's real life. So maybe you haven't gone real life, but someone you defended has. How about we talk about real life stuff?
Yeah, because again,
You keep wanting to
that
put
was
your
used to
name out.
intimidate Carla, and it wasn't. And what was said to Carla was that, or about Carla, without using your name, was that it was a waste of police resources to notify the police on the fact that she would have 2 pizzas to deliver, unsolicited pizzas sent to her, and the police said that Carla did the right thing by calling them and reporting it.
Yep, they sure did. But he says it's a waste of police resources. Yes, he could call the police because someone calls them was it pee pee pants or poopy pants? And
Poopy
that's
pants.
not a So there's a lot of things that go on here that people don't know about. And I wasn't even going to mention it.
Hmm.
But Brian is trying to say, oh, well, me and the cop are best friends now. No, that's not what the cop said to me.
Cop wasn't prepared to talk to you and know anything about you. Just like I said on Miss Behaven's panel yesterday. Had it been me, I would have given him a complete background on the type of person he was going to be speaking to.
Yeah. Well, I can still ask Jenny Jen for all that video that she made that was like 3 hours long. Donna Marie, why are you coming for Starlight? Don't, please. She has done nothing to you. What's Donna Marie saying?
No,
We're
it's
not gonna
between
do it.
them.
Oh, okay. You mean someone you begged to come back after your fallout? You who was fully aware of Brian's behavior but still supported him? Oh, the truth.
I do want to say that
Oh, she says I begged him to come back in the Discord. She got that
okay,
wrong
that
too.
didn't happen. That didn't happen. And the other thing is Carla found out about that website after
What
he left.
website? What website?
The one that the website, the one that says everything about him, what he did with
Oh,
to the family.
oh yeah, yeah. Yes, I did ask him to come back because we were going to talk to him in a voice chat.
In a
Get the
voice chat.
story straight. We wanted to try and reason with him. My God, you get everything wrong. Yeah, I know he showed the
Well, why?
screenshot out of
The
context,
truth,
like usually.
you,
He
you,
still
if you
should
would
have
just,
sent pizzas to my home.
Carla. Right, he did send pizzas to Carla's home, unsolicited pizzas used to intimidate her.
Yeah, he wanted me to
Did
know that
she?
he knows where I live.
That's why people send pizzas around here.
And he even admitted it to the cops. So,
I'd like to know what the truth thinks about that.
but she doesn't think
Yeah,
anything.
you're good with Brian now.
Yeah, she's good with
Are you
Brian.
not?
She doesn't go real life. She doesn't
So
agree with people that go real life.
no, but you're 1 minute you're fighting with him, and then the next minute you're not fighting with him. 13 years of fighting with him, back and
I'm
forth.
not going to fight with him for 13 years. Sorry. Not going to happen.
David Walsh is not in this community. Rev was here, but has been ousted months ago. So people from here can't go elsewhere without being judged. I've been into chats where that word was used. I just personally wouldn't go to that chat. No way.
Truth
We
saw
didn't
the
beg him to come
screenshot.
back. Wait, we didn't beg him to come back. If Carla sounded like that, then it's wrong. She just wanted to talk to him for the final time. Yep.
Sure did. And then we were going to kick him out. But he doesn't
Guess
see
what, Miss Lennon? Guess who didn't laugh about that? Myself, Carla. If people think it's funny that somebody's sending pizzas to somebody's house unsolicited, in this community when you're fighting amongst each other, then there's something wrong with you. Who's these same people laughed about it?
Who are you talking to, Audrey? You got some goddamn nerve, hypocrite. Who's she talking to? I'm
The
just saying,
truth,
like,
you
there's a
have
lot of
said
stuff
many
that.
racist.
Who?
I was reading a comment. Razor Pony, the truth, you have said many racist things towards John, including he robs hubcaps and more do not act innocent. Nice try. I actually did publicly apologize, and I did not sit on panels with these men.
Hi, Wendy. There was no
Hey,
extra
Wendy.
anything on there And it was literally 6 years ago. I got 2 pizzas sent to my house, Wendy.
There are current issues that are more important happening now, just saying. I know.
My husband actually stepped on them because they were thrown on the step.
Good morning,
Just a
Long
message
Wind.
to me to tell me that he knows where I live.
Yeah, no, and oh my gosh. It just slays me, the people who come in and just start saying, spouting off things to just keep an argument going.
People that are going to forgive her are going to forgive her. People that aren't. There's not going to be a race war on here because there's too much hypocritical stuff going on that people have done on here that have been forgiven for. When you've done the same, actually worse, you have no business calling someone out for racial slurs.
Hi, Jonathan. Does anybody want to come up? They're more than welcome to
Yeah,
come up.
I'm gonna put the link in chat if you have something to say, because I'm not gonna do what was done last night. Say nobody else is allowed to have an opinion except for us. Why you don't take a link on anybody else's chat but your own, Tracy?
No,
Nobody agrees with.
that's not true.
Hi,
Hold
Diane.
on. Hi, Diane.
Asked for the pizza and there was black pepper. Well, I didn't ask for the pizza.
No black pepper. No. What she's saying
Extra
is,
cup.
LOL, oh my, Miss Lennon. Chi asked for the pizza, and there was no black pepper. I was not alone, by the way, when I sent the pizza. She asked for it, but I don't throw people under the bus.
Tracy.
There's the echo.
There's an echo. You must have YouTube going.
Bend the rules, I'm sorry. Carla, can you answer bend the rules?
Hello, can you hear?
Yeah, we
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Behaven, come on up here because you've had a problem with me for a while now. Now, let me tell you how I feel about Kimmy P, okay? It is not my job to forgive her or to hold her in any particular category, okay? That's not my job. I believe that I've always said, you know, hello, Starlight's been called a racist. I don't believe she's a racist. I've always said that. But Behaven wants to bring up something that I said, and I never said the N word, and I did not say worse, soldier.
Don't you want to bring up stuff that I've done like 3 and 4 years ago? Didn't you?
I made that comment. I sure did, Carla, because Behaven cannot keep
Why do you
me
bring
out
someone
of
else
her
into
mouth.
your argument with someone else? Just leave it between you and her.
Because Behaven is coming to your defense. I do not talk about you ladies, but yet I get brought up constantly.
Wait, Behaven was not coming to our defense in regards to that when she posted that. This whole thing was about racism and Kimmy P.
I wasn't even in the comments. I didn't even know what that was about.
Yeah. That's why
I
I came
know
in the
what I
chat.
said, Razor Pony. I know exactly what I said. I know, and it is disgusting, Soja. I understand everything that you're all saying. I'm not out here crucifying Kimmy P for her words. When I did my live stream, it was to prove a point that somebody would blow over it and not call it out. One person in particular.
Well, that hardly happened. It's been spoken about almost every day
Kimmy
this
P
week.
comes into my chat and says some of the most disgusting things.
Would you say she's a racist?
Yes, it was bad. I was forgiven. And I think the same thing will happen with Kimmy P if all of these live streams just stop.
Okay, so that okay, so because you've been going chat to chat calling her a racist, basically, right? Like, but you think they should stop now?
Excuse me? Who?
You,
No, 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 no.
you everywhere. Hers was worse. Hers was
I,
worse. No,
I have been in
no.
chats calling Kimmy P a racist.
You just came in here and said how yours was.
No, no, no,
Hers
no,
was
no.
worse.
Show me proof of that, Amanda Lynn.
You just came
Show
in here and said
me
how
proof
her.
of that,
You did
Amanda
not.
Lynn,
Wait.
where I said
Truth.
that.
She said you just came in here. Now, go ahead, Madeline.
Thank you. You just came in here and said how hers was worse. You didn't say that hers was worse. You didn't do your own live stream calling hers worse somehow.
No, I don't believe I said that.
You did though. You did say that. You said that hers was worse.
And I didn't come in here saying mine was worse. Soja did.
No.
No, you said hers was worse. I think they're all bad.
There is no scale to racism.
All right.
You can't discern what's more racist than something else.
Well, then why did your friend defend you in a chat saying, well, she didn't say the N-word?
I don't have control over what my friends say. Does Amanda Lynn have control over what Kimmy P said?
Here's the difference, the truth. You made the comments towards a black man. Kimmy P did not direct those slurs to a black man. You did.
So, okay, misbehaving. I don't see why you think there's a difference there.
Why? Really?
Why do you think there's a difference that I said it to John's face and someone else said it behind his face?
He didn't.
No, it wasn't to John.
She wasn't directing any of her comments towards a person of color. You were.
Okay, that was an example.
Oh, okay.
I didn't say she was directing it towards John.
Okay. Well, okay.
No.
That's where the
exactly what Kimmy P was doing. She was proving a point.
Let me ask you a question, the truth.
No, she was proving a point.
After you said those things to John, how did you feel?
Hear you.
Can you hear me?
Hang on, let me turn my Bluetooth off. Hang on, let me turn my Bluetooth off, okay?
All
Okay.
right.
Hey, Kimberly. Do we have mods in the chat? Because I can't tell.
Ash should be there.
Maybe she can escort Jesus Angelo out.
Or she was.
Is Tracy still here?
She's turning her
She's turning her, yeah.
Hi, Mr. Positive.
I think the big difference was Tracy was forgiven.
Wait a second. I really want to, before we, if it's okay, before we move on, I want to have this discussion with the truth.
Hey, Trisha. Oh, jeez.
I'll give it another 30 seconds here, and then I'll just say what I have to say.
Crazy.
It's a touchy subject.
Is she coming back?
Truth, just type in the chat. Are you going to come back? I don't know why all of a sudden there was an issue, but maybe she's not coming back. This is what I want to say. I want to know how the truth felt after she said those things, how she felt with the backlash that she got.
Well, I
And
know it was just,
why
go
is
ahead.
it okay to forgive Tracy, but there's no forgiving Kimmy?
She said
I
she's trying in the chat, behaving. I didn't know
okay,
if you've seen it.
okay,
She was choppy, so I think it's her Bluetooth.
okay.
Racism is racism, regardless what person, black or white, you say it to.
I just want to say, for me personally, I'm not interested in making this worse. I'd like to learn from it. This is what I'm upset about on burnt toast. It was started off that this is going to be a learning experience. I'm really disappointed.
It was anything but.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed that it was, yes, anything but a learning experience. And
I don't know what they. I wanted to know what they played because I went and listened to Kimmy's video because I was reading Soulja's comments and I really like Soulja. And in her video, she does not say but and or she says I'm not going to make excuses. It was wrong. If you can't associate with me, I understand. Like I'm not asking anybody to. Um, and all of that. Now, in her written one, she did say, um, you know, nobody understands, but she wanted to correct that when she did her video, and she said, you know, I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to expect anybody to forgive me. I understand if you can't. I'm not going to try to make this harder on anybody. Like, um, and I didn't know if they played that video or if they read
yes,
her. Um,
they showed the written apology, and then they played the apology where she did a video. I don't know if it was a live or a video, but it was dissected, picked apart, not good enough. There was a black man on panel that actually said, I don't care how many times she apologizes, I am not going to accept her apology. How are we supposed to make anything different or better or learn from this experience when you don't even want to try to understand?
Right, and I mean, if they
Exactly.
don't, if people don't want to accept it, that's totally okay.
That's right.
You know, that's their right. But I just don't know like where to go from here. Is there going to be like more live streams about it, or you know, like what's the answer?
Right. Exactly. And I need to address this with the truth. Truth. I had no issue with you. I went into your live streams. I chatted in your chat. I was at one time a member. I have sent super chats. However, when you stuck your nose into our business and wanted to tell us how to handle things, I had an issue with that. You didn't need to do that. And I actually think it made it worse. And then when you were one of the first people to discuss what happened with Kimmy after what you've done, I found that extremely hypocritical.
Thank
Extremely.
you, Rap Justice. But the point is, when that gentleman said he doesn't care how many times she apologizes, he's never going to forgive her. Was anything addressed after that? Like why, or why would you not forgive her? Or
Because her apology, the apology that he saw was not acceptable. It wasn't genuine. She was trying to justify her actions. I think what would I really wish that Burnt Toast would have reached out to Kimmy and at least given her the opportunity to go up there and
right,
explain it from her perspective and where she was at and why she said what she said. When you don't give someone the opportunity to to explain that, it's a one-sided conversation. And there is no teaching in that. None. And I honestly don't think people really want to move forward with this.
Some people don't. Or
I think there's a lot of hatred going on for other people that they couldn't wait to find something to, I don't know, because they're like absolutely giddy about this. And I think that's gross.
Well, it's not fair to keep going after Kimmy, or not for Kimmy not to be forgiven when other people in this community have done the same thing and have been forgiven. I'm not saying that it needs, like, um, Kimmy has to answer to what she did.
oh, I
She,
just want to address Callie Smithers'
huh?
comment. Callie Smithers, this isn't about Brian.
No, it's not.
The truth, yes, I did drop your name. Yes, I did. You want to know why? Because you're the one that was speaking out against Kimmy. I didn't think that, I found it hypocritical on your part when you have been in her shoes. And what I wanted to ask you is, how did you feel after you said those things to John and the backlash that you got? Wasn't fun, was it? But you have no problem calling her out. I'm just not interested in going back and forth with you, the truth. Um, I mean, in my opinion, you made some threats towards me yesterday. You called me a bitch several times. You told me to get off my high horse and that it was a long fall and that you have dirt on me and that Carla's Discord is dirty. Carla's Discord is not dirty. I know what I've said in there. I know what goes on in there. I don't know who's in your ear or who's giving you what, but drop it, because I don't want you holding threats over my head. I've never gone real life. And I certainly have never said racist things in public or behind the scenes. Okay, Samara. I wish you'd come back up, the truth.
Yeah, you're welcome to come back up if you want
I
to.
don't know why you had
Dropping down. I don't even
frustrating.
know if she's listening. So,
I mean, I was simply trying to do the right thing, but evidently, that's not good here. I don't know.
well, I hate that she says, well, because you guys want to be ponies, that's why you're sticking. No, we're trying to understand what happened. Why can't people just want to try and understand? It's not, I guess, there's an ulterior motive. There's always an ulterior motive when you want to try. Okay, she's coming up. I'll be quiet. Okay. Hey, Tracy.
Hello.
Okay, Tracy, I want to ask you, how did you feel after you said those words to John and the backlash that you got?
Horrible, but deserving of it.
Were you glad that you
Horrible.
received forgiveness and were able to move on?
They continue to throw it in my face. But yes, I was
But
glad that
Tracy,
people
do
were
you not
able.
think that's the consequence of saying those things?
Yes,
Then why are you not more sympathetic for what is happening with Kimmy?
I'm not unsympathetic to what's happening with Kimmy. You don't understand behaving.
Then
It's
help me
not up to
understand.
me. It's not up to me to forgive or
Why?
or that's that's Kimmy's heart. It's she has to forgive herself like I eventually had to. And if she's okay with it, then okay, it is what it is. Move on. I'm not talking about it.
But you did talk about it. You were
I
one of
did
the
talk about
first
it because this is
people.
the trauma community misbehaving, and that's what people do. Just as you guys sit up here on your panel every morning and you talk about what's gone on in the drama community.
But as a person that personally went through a situation very similar to Kimmy's, I just wish that you would have.
Was I supposed to just blow it off and say, I mean, what you just didn't want me to speak on it at all just because
No,
I did something
no.
fucked up?
What I personally see happening from my perspective, it's no secret that you are not fond of that group of people. There are other people
No,
that are
I'm
not
not.
fond
You
of
have to
that group of
remember,
people.
you have to remember that what Kimmy P does when I go live, she literally comes into my stream and says horrible ornery shit. Not racist, but horrible ornery shit. So
Tracy,
no,
I
I'm
have
not real fond of Kimmy P.
okay, but let me just say this to you. I have seen some things that Kimmy P said to me behind or about me behind the scenes, and she said some shit to me in chat. However, and did I like it? No, I didn't like it. But I understood why Kimmy said those words. She was giving back to Rex the things that he says. I am in no way excusing what she said. I think it was wrong. And she is going to get backlash for it. But I am willing to forgive her and move forward.
And that
I
is
didn't, but here, let me
fine.
just finish this one thought. I could have used what Kimmy did and said, well, too bad. You ran your mouth about me. I don't give a shit about you or what happens to you or the repercussions of a terrible mistake.
Okay.
I just, I don't understand. It's like people are giddy over this and that they're willing to,
Misbehaving. Can I ask you an honest question?
please,
Can I ask you an honest question? If it
please.
was somebody, say, that you really dislike in this community, say Laura or even me, would you be this passionate about it?
Yep.
I'll tell you, without a doubt, absolutely. Tracy, I have had issues with a few people in this community. I I will say I pride myself in trying to do the right thing. I screw up all the time, but I also am willing to take my lumps when I do.
And I totally agree with you.
That even I'm Brian is
But
not my
yet
favorite
you're
person right
trying to
now, but if
soften the
someone did the
blow.
same thing to him, I would still stand exactly where I stand right now because I feel it's the right thing.
Tracy, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Have you ever heard us throw that, what you have done? Because I've been in your chat since that all happened. Have I ever thrown it in your face? Have I ever talked about it on my panel? Never.
Not, I don't
Never.
think so. Not you.
No.
But
Never.
Behaven took it upon herself yesterday too.
That yes, but when did
Did
this
you?
happen? This happened like over a year ago, correct? And you even said it yourself. These things stick with you for a long time. And and this is going to stick with Kimmy for a long time, I'm sure. But I've never thrown it in your face. I have never talked. I don't talk about it. I've been in your chat. Um, when you lost Lolly, I super chatted you. Um, I have no
Thank you.
issues with you. I have no issues with you. But I think what we wanted you to understand is that we understand where she was coming from. We don't excuse it. We don't like those words. But when is enough enough? That's
Okay,
all.
well, I can't understand where Kimmy was coming from when I can't even understand where I was coming from when I said those things. That I can't even, I don't even
It
know
was
where I
anger.
was coming from.
It was both of you. It was out of anger. Both of you, Tracy.
Kimmy
You were
didn't sound
angry.
angry to me. Kimmy did not, I've got to be honest. She sounded very cool, calm, and collective.
Okay, well, everybody is different, Tracy. And you don't know everything that was going on behind the scenes. You don't know that.
That's true.
And we don't either.
I know a little bit, but I do understand where she was coming from. I am in no way excusing it. I think it's wrong, and it was a horrible way to handle the situation. And I'm sure, just like you, as soon as she got off that panel, she was thinking, what the hell did I just do?
Yeah.
I can't tell you what Kimmy felt or what I can only tell you what I felt. And I had a pit in my stomach, and I knew I owed an apology to not only John, but to an entire race. What I said was meant to hurt John, but in the process, I hurt so many other people.
Well, I'm really glad to hear you say that, the
Well,
truth.
I've said it on many live streams, Misbehaving.
Well, I'm not always there. I'm not always there, Tracy. And I in no way want to have a battle with you. You're
I don't
opinionated.
think
I'm
anybody on here
opinionated.
wants to be known for their worst moment.
No, no. My whole thing was I just felt it was hypocritical. And the only way things are going to change, if people even want change, maybe some people around here just want to fight with each other. But maybe if more
Okay, but
people have discussions
would you
with each
think it was
other, we
would
go
you
ahead.
think it would you think it was hypocritical if other people who have said racist shit or done racist shit spoke on it?
I think it would have been more productive last night if
It depends on how they're speaking
I'm not
about
going
it.
to get into burnt toasters. I'm not going to get into her stream. That's her
no,
stream. That's her panel. She ran it the way she ran it. Trust me, John does not like me. When he got up there, I cringed. I was like, here we go. But I was willing to accept whatever John had to say
mhm,
because he still has a right not to forgive me.
right.
My whole thing with that too is we're going to have someone that's not a member of this community speak out on a person that is about racism. She doesn't know
Okay.
she doesn't know what's gone on in this community, and I thought it was not fair for one person to be called out when there's others that have done the same thing. I also didn't think it was fair that Kimmy wasn't given even an invitation to be a part of that, to explain her position. If someone was going to talk about what you did up there, Tracy, would you not want the opportunity to explain it from your perspective?
There is no explanation, Miss Behaven. There's no excuse. There's nothing for me to explain. What I did was flat out wrong.
Don't you,
So I
don't you
have
think?
no explanation. I can blame it on the fact that I was drinking, but that's not an excuse to say what I said. I can blame the fact that I was being attacked by Laura, Makeup Mobster, and John all at one time, but that's no excuse for what I said. So I can't really see where you're going here, Misbehaving.
I don't think
I
she's
no,
asking. I don't
like I
think.
said,
I don't think Kim is asking for excuses.
No,
I think she feels
no,
awful.
I'm not saying Kimmy. I'm talking
Oh,
about
okay.
me. I'm talking
Right.
about what
Oh, yeah.
I did and what I said.
I know, but when I didn't you get on panels when other people were talking about it? When this happened with you?
Did I get on other panels and talk about what went on between me and John?
Yeah.
No, I don't believe I did because I felt so freaking horrible.
But don't you think Kimmy is hurting too?
I'm
And
sure she is. I, I mean,
that's all
I'm
I'm
not
asking.
judging
It's
Kimmy.
just I mean, what would be an appropriate punishment for Kimmy? I mean, when is it
I'm not
enough?
okay. I'm not God, nor do I hand out punishments. Um,
I know,
you,
but people want to continue to keep going on and on and on about it. And there's no benefit to it. There's nothing we're not we're creating a bigger divide because of this.
okay,
So
I'm not creating a divide because
I didn't say you were.
I
you
don't
don't
think you
see
were.
me in streams antagonizing this shit. Okay, again, I can't judge Kimmy, but when and you're all saying burnt toast is not a part of this community and blah blah blah, um, then why when burnt toast was going after Molly Golightly or Laura or Bullhorn Betty or any of them, why was she considered a part of the community then? But now she speaks up on Kimmy and she's not part of the community?
Um, I still didn't consider her a member of this community. No, I did not. She was speaking out on a person. I, I will willingly admit that I had no problem with what Bert Toast was saying about MGL because I think she's a piece of shit.
Okay, you just answered my question. You basically just summed it up in a nutshell because you think MGL is a piece of shit. You don't have a problem with what Burnt Toast had to say about her. But maybe some people think Kimmy P is a piece of shit and
Here's
they
the
don't have a
difference.
problem with what Burnt Toast had to say about that situation.
Here's the difference. Molly is live every day, sometimes several times a day, dragging the family of a missing child, calling them every name in the book, using this situation to line her pockets. Kimmy is not on this platform saying racial slurs repeatedly. That's the difference.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with that.
Yeah, it
I don't
does,
listen
Tracy.
to the guys. I don't listen to the people that Kimmy P goes over and hangs out with. I don't listen to David Walsh. I don't listen to Rev. I don't listen to those people. Just like I don't go into RDA panels. Okay, I don't.
But you know what they're known for, correct? And you're okay with that.
What makes you think
Mm.
I'm okay with some with
No, 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 no.
how are you going to go
That's
there,
not what
Carla?
she was saying, Carla.
Oh, okay. Maybe I took it wrong.
Listen, Kimmy P
Apologize.
has been around since I've been around, coming up on 4 years now. Um, she has very strong opinions. She's not afraid to voice them, but that has nothing to do with being a racist or saying racial slurs. And for that reason alone, and because she has apologized, I am willing to forgive her.
And that's great. I'm not judging her. Look, it is, but I'm not going to hold it against people that are not ready to forgive her. Just like I don't hold it against people that don't forgive me.
And that's not even my point. I'm not trying to tell people when it's an appropriate time to forgive someone. My biggest issue, Tracy, is um, there are still people that are actively participating with people that continue to say racial slurs. And I don't even want to bring it up. But someone said, I don't have a problem with the R word or the F word. That those words don't bother me. Really? Why does that not get called out?
Okay, there's Rex. Now, keep in mind, Rex and I do not click. We do not get along. But I agree with the point that he's trying to make. No, I'm not going to sit here and call you Karens. But what he's trying to say is that certain people have gone after words for over a year now. And it's always, what about the RDA? What about the RDA?
I've never brought them up.
Okay, I'm not talking about you. But there's been a group. See, I don't mess with the RDA and they don't mess with me. Just like I don't mess with David Walsh and Rev and all of them, and they don't mess with me.
Yeah. Well,
It's not my job to forgive Kimmy or not forgive Kimmy.
I'm not saying it's your job. I'm asking.
Razor Pony, hold on a minute, please, Misbehaving. Razor Pony, would you like to take a link and come up here and tell me how I'm one of the biggest racists?
Tracy, I want to say to you, I do not think you are a racist. I think you made a big mistake. And I do believe that you are genuinely sorry for what you did. Okay?
Oh, I am. I was immediately, and I don't even know if I can call it a mistake. It was true blue stupidity.
Well,
You
I
let
think you
you
had.
let your
I
anger
think
get
you.
the better of you is what I believe happened.
I think you had a loose tongue because you had a few drinks, and you were mad, and things just, you know.
See,
But
I
what
don't accept that, Carla. I mean, as much as
Well,
I appreciate you trying to say that you think it's because of this or because of that, I don't accept that. I cannot blame it on alcohol because I drank in Florida. Never heard those words come out of my mouth. I drink on occasion. Never hear those words come out of my mouth. I can't blame it on being attacked because there's a million things I could have said to John Crimes, and I chose subconsciously not to. I went for the lowest as low as I could hit that man, and I am not. proud of that at all. I have no excuses. I have apologized. Um, thank you, Jonathan. Um, there's, and I don't hear Kimmy trying to make excuses, so I'm not saying that.
What I guess at the
Even RDA, even RDA is not upset with Kimmy.
I know that. I guess I just wanted to know from you, Tracy, when you have been through a similar situation, how you can't have any, or why you don't see it from her point of view and what she's going through. Is it because you have issues with them?
No,
I'm
I
asking
have no.
honestly.
I don't know how to say this without sounding as if I'm uncaring, but
Say it.
I'm not. I'm not judging Kimmy. I'm not. It's not my place, but it's also not my place to judge anybody else for how they feel.
Okay, I'm just gonna end it with this. Do you forgive Kimmy?
I do have my differences with Kimmy. She comes into my chat and she says shit like, "What color dildo is Steph effing you with?"
See, that's what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I don't do
about,
that to her.
Tracy. That's what I'm that's what I'm saying is that I I think that a lot of it is people aren't willing to forgive because they have other issues with this person. I'm not going to
Right.
make my
I agree with
personal
you.
experiences with Kimmy skew what I feel is right. I'm not going to do that. I don't have a relationship with her. I don't have a friendship with her. As a matter of fact, Tracy, I don't
Give
have a
Steph
relationship with
or
any of the ponies. I don't.
No, and we're not trying. Quit saying we're trying to be
see
ponies
right
because
there.
we sure aren't. What?
Mandolin just said Kimmy's not expecting anyone's forgiveness. So
He
there you
isn't.
have it.
Okay, well then you've everyone that wants to continue to speak out about it. What more can be said then? Just let the girl lick her wounds and just stop.
It's
I'm
going to
not
come back
speaking
to
out
haunt
about it.
her.
I only jumped on here because my name got brought up.
Well,
Do
Tracy,
you
I'm
find the
glad
words
that you
offensive truth,
came
and
up and
why is
let
no
me
one calling out RDA? Pony number 9. Pony number 9. Do you find the words offensive truth, and why is no one calling out RDA? It is because you are in a Discord with them. No. I called out RDA when Starlight first brought them to this community. Now, you can come back and say, no, it was Limonade. But I don't sit in the RDA's chats. The words they use are their words. Even somebody as recently as just a couple months ago said that they believe they're just shock jocks.
as if that makes it okay.
Starlight, I fully expect you to put baby bottles in the chat because that's your maturity level. So I fully expect that. Pony, when I'm in Discord with them, I'm not participating in any bullshit. That's just like Sour Girl saying her child has been talked about in Wendy V's Discord. That is a blatant lie.
Speaking of that, Tracy, do you honestly think Carla has a dirty Discord?
Do I honestly think what?
Carla has a
No, I
dirty
don't think
Discord?
Carla's Discord is dirty. No,
Okay, good.
no, I don't. I do
Because
believe
it
there's
is
things
not.
that's gone down in Carla's Discord in the past.
You're right.
Well, as long as I have been in Carla's
But
Discord, I have
I
never
think that
seen
pretty much,
anything dirty. Never. Okay, so I'm glad I had an opportunity to talk with you.
let,
Um,
let it go. Let that girl. It's not my job to judge Kimmy, but it's also not my job to judge people who want to judge Kimmy.
And
I
we never
mean,
said it.
I don't
Yeah,
know what
we
else
don't.
to say.
okay, well, at underneath all of this is a human being that's hurting. And I just wish that more people would not use it because of
As a
issues they've
weapon.
had in the past or feelings that they have for someone. Okay. This is a serious topic.
And hey, that's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. But I
That's all
do
I'm
see,
asking.
you know, a lot of hypocrisy on here. I'm a hypocrite. I know that when it comes to YouTube. But how long did, when Laura said Atlanta was dark, how long did that get talked about? Um,
A lot.
when I said the stupid shit I said, it got talked about.
Yeah.
And all I can say is this is going to get talked about as long as streams keep getting fired up and people are talking about it. I'm not on a stream. I mean, I'm not, you don't see me firing up a stream. I fired up one. And my whole point was it was going to get brushed under the rug by certain people.
Yeah. Well, I guess I need to say that I have no right to tell anyone how to feel about Kimmy's words. If it hurt them, it hurt them. And she has to suffer the consequences of that decision. I'm just trying to say that other people in this community have been forgiven. And whenever that happens, that happens. I have an issue with someone that there's a human being behind all of this who's hurting. I know she has to be hurting. And not just for herself, but for what her friends are going through too. I can't say anything other than that. But I am glad that I had a discussion with you, Tracy. I don't want to have an issue with you.
I don't want to have an issue with her either. I just don't. I mean, you do what you think is right for you. Like we have chosen, at least I, Miss Behaven, and Samara have chosen to forgive her and let this move on. I thought her apology was sincere. Some people don't, but I understand that too. So,
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to address, Tracy, while you're up here?
I don't know if her earbuds are working. They seem to work like periodically.
Okay, well, um, I'm worn out from all this.
Yeah, me too. I think I'm gonna
Um,
like let it let things slide for now. Hopefully everything will I hope for the best from everybody. Like, yeah, I understand truth.
well, I would prefer that we learn something from this.
Yeah,
Just don't use racial slurs as a weapon to hurt. It's never going to work out for you.
it's not gonna come out well. But
Okay. Well,
I'm ready to close down. I mean,
okay.
done. I'm so done.
All right. Bye, everyone.